Welcome to HTME, How to Made Easy. In this series, we're going to learn how to use Microsoft Excel. To get started, on your Windows computer, go down to the search box. Start by typing in the name of the application. We typed Excel. Once you see the application in the list, simply click on the application to open. Once Excel opens, we have some options. We could start by creating a blank workbook. We could take a tour, or we could create a workbook using one of the built-in templates. In this particular case, since this is our first lesson, we're going to start by clicking on blank workbook. Once we have opened up a blank workbook, you will see the interface. At the top of the interface is the Quick Access Toolbar. The Quick Access Toolbar allows us to place commands that we want to access quickly. On the left-hand side is the Autosave. If the Autosave is turned on, the workbook would automatically be saved. This is important in case you have a power outage or any other system issues. If that did happen, you could go back and start working on your workbook where you left off. Next to the Autosave is the Save icon. The Save icon is used to manually save your workbook. To the right, you will find the drop-down menu. The drop-down menu is used to customize your Quick Access Toolbar. For example, if we wanted to add the Print Preview and Print command, we could simply select it and click on it. Once we click on it, you will see the Quick Preview and Print command has been added to the Quick Access Toolbar. If we wanted to remove the command, we could simply go back down to the command, click it again. Once we click it, you will see that the command has been removed from the Quick Access Toolbar. Underneath our Quick Access Toolbar, we will find the tabs. The tabs are File, Home, Insert, Page Layout, Formulas, Data, Review, View, and Help. If we click on the File tab, we will find some additional menu options. These menu options are in what's called the Backstage. The Backstage contains the menu options such as New to start a new workbook, Open to open an existing workbook, Info for information about the current workbook, Save to save the workbook, Save as to save the workbook under a different name, print the workbook, Share to share the workbook, including sending it as an attachment in email, Export, Publish, Close to close the workbook, Account to get some account information about the current user, Options to find additional options. If we wanted to change the default options for Excel, we will click on Options. Once we see the option dialog box open, we can select the area of Excel that we would like to change. Once we make the changes, we will go ahead and click on OK. If we did not want to make the changes, we could click on Cancel. If we made changes, however, we do not want to accept those changes, we can also click on Cancel. The Home tab contains the commands that are used most often. Commands are placed on the ribbon in groups. For example, the first group has our Cut, Copy, Format Painter, and Paste commands. The second group contains commands specific to our font. In the lower right hand corner, you see a diagonal arrow. If you click on the diagonal arrow, you will see some additional commands for that group. For example, if we click on the diagonal arrow, we will see additional commands for our font. In this particular case, we could change the font that we're using. We can also change the font style, the size, and add effects to the font. We can also format the cells with this dialog box. We could format the cells and use numbers. We can change the alignment. We could add borders, fill, or add protection. We will go over these commands in our future lesson. For right now, we're going to go ahead and click on Cancel. We will also go over the additional command groups in a future lesson. We also have the option to customizing the ribbon. To customize a ribbon, simply right-click on the ribbon and go to Customize. Once we see Customize, we have the option of adding a new group or new tabs. We can also rename groups and rename tabs. If we wanted to create a new group, we would simply click on New Group and then add menu items to that group. In this particular lesson, we're not going to customize the ribbon, but I thought I would show you how to customize. We'll go ahead and click on Cancel. Underneath the ribbon is our formula bar. The formula bar contains information about our selected cell. It is also where we will type in formulas for the cell that we are using. We will go over the formulas in detail in our future lesson. Underneath the formula bar is our worksheet. Our worksheet is made up of rows and columns. The columns are given alphabetical names and the rows are given numbers. The cell is where a row and a column intersect. A cell is given an address. The address is displayed here in the name box. For example, this first cell is given an address of A1, A being the column and 1 being the row. The cell next to A1 is given an address of B1, B being the column and 1 being the row. At the bottom here is the name of our sheet. Remember, a workbook is made up of sheets, and a workbook can have many sheets. If we wanted to add another worksheet to our workbook, we will click on the plus. Once we click on the plus, we have a new sheet created. We can also rename our sheets by right-clicking and going to Rename. Once we click on Rename, we can start typing on our keyboard and give it a name. In this particular case, I've given the sheet the name 2. Below our worksheet names, we see the status bar. The status bar gives us any information about our worksheet and the current status. In this particular case, the current status of our worksheet is ready, and we're ready to begin typing. Now that we've gone over some of the basic interface for Microsoft Excel, in our next lessons, we will start to use Excel. Please subscribe to HTME. Thank you.